Alright everyone, welcome to my room. This is going to be like old school YouTube style where it's point of view. Now, there's a lot of stuff in my room, so let's maybe just go through maybe some of the stuff that's on the wall first. So up here we have two posters. It's Power Rangers, something I used to watch when I was younger, and Star Wars, something that I'm a fan of. Just two posters that I found at the mall I thought were cool, so I got them and decided to put them up. For some reason I put thumbtacks. As you can see, it's like hidden down there. These ones have staples. Not too big of an importance about what happens to them, but still want them a little bit safe. As you can see, like up there, it starts like falling off. Over here we have a Lost poster, which was one of the first series that I like completely binged. And I decided to get something to kind of commemorate that. And then down here, something I worked on in college. It's kind of more of a conceptual piece about a story in my life. And this is pieces of apples going into more of olives, transitioning over from water to more of a thicker liquid. You guys can ask me more about this, but this is just something that I came up with. And over here we just have some old school Game Informer. And by old school, it's not that old, but this magazine doesn't exist anymore, and these were some cool covers, so I decided to put them up. I used to have the Skyrim map here, but then I think it fell down, so I don't have it anymore. In case you guys were wondering, this is the light that I actually use for the podcast and for all the videos. As you can see, it's a pretty big light. There's a microphone compared to it. If you see here, I use the GodOx SL60W for the lighting. I used to use a different light bulb, and I find that this is way better for like almost the same price as I did for the whole setup before. Over here we have the setup that I see all the time. Over here we have my keyboard. We have the camera that I use, the 6D Mark II. I use it for photography, but for now, I'm using this for the webcam for the podcast. And then I have my other monitor over here. It's a little bit bigger. It's not 16:9, but I use it a lot. I can fit a lot of stuff on the screen, especially since it's 3K. It's not even 4K. We have a TV up there just in case I want to display anything, but this thing kind of gets in the way, so I don't get to use it much anymore. We have my MX Master 2S. We have the audio mixer that I use for the microphone, which is over here. I use the Audio Technica something. I don't know, probably be in the link down below. And yes, my bed sheets are cheetah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention about this camera. I mentioned before that it was a 6D Mark II, but the lens that it has on it is a Sigma 35 1.4. I think that's one of the best lenses I have, and it really gives a nice creamy bokeh while still maintaining the sharpness wherever you have the focus. I think it's a really nice lens. Next lens is probably the 105. Let's see how many of you recognize this. This is from Fukuoka from Kiyakizaka 46. Look at that. Over here we have a laptop I use for schoolwork. It's nothing too fancy, but I like to use it. It has touchscreen, flip it open, get to do whatever you need to. And over here's all my schoolwork stuff that I have to do. As you can see, books that are just too expensive. And this, we have all my camera gear, audio gear. As you can see, I need to fill it up to the brink. It like doesn't even close all the way. That's how much camera stuff I have and audio stuff. In here is all like random stuff. In here is like all files and everything. Over here is random cables. And then down here is random video stuff that I use sometimes more often. And down here is like a whole bunch of files as well as like photo inspiration down here. Maybe I'll show that at the end of the video. Over here we have the monopod that I use sometimes for videos or when I'm going to go do a shoot. Back here we have my classical guitar, which was the first guitar I ever owned. And over here we have the Epiphone Custom. It's the white version. I wanted it really of a creamy color thanks to Randy Rhoads, who kind of inspired me to start playing guitar. I haven't played much recently, but it's there just in case I ever need it. And then if you guys are wondering what this other computer is doing here, this is the old case that I used to use. It was way too bulky. I still have some pieces in it, so I'm hoping that I'll do something with it in the future. Or maybe I'll just sell it one day. Over here we have hats. Over here we have different figures, which I've collected before when I used to be into anime or other kind of things. A little marker for that whiteboard over there. But yeah, oh, and this, by the way, is a coin that they use in the Navy to like signify different things. Everyone has their own. And this is from my cousin who actually retired from the Navy under a higher status, and she got this coin, which I think is pretty cool. And over here we have miscellaneous stuff that I just couldn't fit anywhere else. Like these were the old lights that I used to use down here. Yeah, there's some cologne, there's different smaller camera things, some film cameras in there. Yeah, just a whole bunch of random stuff in there. And this is the camera bag that I use. If you see like the behind the scenes on the SlopeClub Instagram, you'll see some of this. Me, Jimmy, and Boy actually have the same kind of bag. I think Jimmy has a smaller one though, but we all have different colors, so I thought that was pretty neat. Look at my closet. My closet's a mess, but if we look at the lights up here, these were the original lights that I actually used when making YouTube videos. But then I transitioned over to these lights over here, which are a little smaller, a little brighter, but I needed two of them to work, just like the other ones. But then I finally transitioned to the lights that I have now, which is honestly way easier to use and way brighter and more cost effective. Now moving this big old white V-flat, it actually reveals this over here, which is a bookshelf full of different, I'll say, memories that I've had in the past. Up there, as you can see, nothing fits anymore in the bookshelf. But let's go to the more important ones. Let's start with these photo books. As you can see, I have a lot of photo books. If I were to count them, I don't know how much they would be. But there's even like some extra ones over here. Look, there's Nogisatsu, for example. But over here, I have like a bunch of random ones. They're all like Japanese related. Like there's even like the dictionary and stuff. There's a random books over here. But I have all my CDs here as well, as you can see, from different groups. From AKB, Nogizaka, Keyakizaka. That's basically all the CDs I have. Again, that's more of a collector's thing than like a actually listen to. And then down here, ignoring all these CDs, which I just got, we have all the anime that I've collected over the years. If I move this, you're gonna see more. And if you guys didn't know, I used to actually do anime videos, so this is where like that whole passion went. Like we have Yu Yu Hakusho up there, we have Shuffle. Look, I even collected Dragon Ball GT because I'm one of the few that actually kind of enjoyed some of it. And it's just something nostalgic for me, so I kept it. These Dragon boxes are rare. I collected 2 of them, and the rest were sold out when I found out about them. And then down here we have manga. And if you think this is a lot of manga, this is actually the second layer. If you actually like move these, for example, you're gonna see back there's another layer. And it's a lot to move, so this is just like the end of the alphabet. As you can see, there's a lot more manga down here. This is all like the big boys. So like we have JoJo down there, Gundam, Dragon Ball, Rurouni Kenshin, Genesis, Monster, Villain Saga. So we have a lot. And look, you can see like this is the example. It's like here's one layer and there's the other layer. So I do have a lot, and I've read all of them. I used to collect them kind of to like support. And now let me point out some cool stuff that holds special memory in at least my mind from the stuff that's here. So over here, as we can see, there's something hidden here. I forget which idol group this is, but when I went to Japan, one of my buddies gave me this based on one of the concerts they went to. If anyone knows who this is, I completely forgot who it was. Up here, we have different towels and different books up here. As you can see, there's the Whack photo book, which is pretty good if you want more of a tour kind of photo book-esque to it, as well as some other magazines up there that don't fit down here, because as you can see, it's all full. A lot of these photo books actually I got from Japan, where they're like $2 each, versus like the $20 plus shipping that it cost. So all the ones that I was missing, I actually got from there, like this Nagawa Maria one, for example, and different ones in this collection. Some cool ones in this anime collection are actually like Suzuka, which is one of the ones that hooked me into anime. So I had to buy this to like keep a special attention. Over here, if I scoot things over, we have One Piece, as you can see. I'm a big One Piece fan. And one of these, I don't know which one it is. Not this one. This one is actually signed by the English voice actor that I won from a Funimation live stream. So that was pretty cool. This manga, this one I got from my friend, is Domestic Nakanojo. My friend actually gave me this when he went to Japan for the first time. He was asking around, And knowing what the manga is about, the clerk must have looked at them interestingly, I'll say that. These are ones that I found like pretty cheaply, half and half, again by the same person who made Suzuka, so I had to get it. We have random books over here. Like we have Message Adolf, we have Katakana, Learn to Zero, different ones over here. And we have the Monogatari series, which is one of my favorite anime series actually. I have the whole Love Hina, by the way. Collect Hunter x Hunter, Eyes, again, this author is one of my favorites. We have all of Bakuman, the rest of Bakuman is back there. We have most of Nisekoi. I don't have much of One Piece, the manga, because it's a lot. At one point I wanted to collect all of them, but I realized soon that that was too unrealistic, especially with the space and the price. And one more thing is actually this Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho was actually a show I used to watch when I was way younger. I even have like some of the manga over here. But with this series, it was actually special because I used to watch on Toonami. That's actually got me hooked in the very beginning, before I took the whole long break until I was like in college and started watching anime again. And I would go to the video store every single weekend to see if there was a new DVD of 3 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho because Toonami stopped airing it. That's how dedicated I was to watch that series. And before I forget, here's some other stuff that I also have that I found. There's this little pouch which I got from a buddy in Japan, and it included different things. This is from a furikake reward thing, but there's also like different stuff in here, like different photo cards. There's like a kumi thing. This is stuff from the AKB theater that I got. Here's a thing that I got from a fan of Necroma at their concert. Let's see what else is in here. And here we have various other photo cards, as you can see. So many. And over here is a thing that I got for buying, actually, this single from BIS, which I actually got to see in concert. And by in concert, it was one of their Tower Record lives. So I had to buy 2 of these in order to get a checky with them, which is where this comes in handy. This is a checky book. And here's all the different checkies I've gotten. So this is from East Meets West. That happened over here near LA. Over here, these are in Japan. I never took a picture with her before. As well as this one. These were on Halloween when I got to see them. This is their final performance, if I remember right. And then this is from Cyber, from Yanakoto Sotomute, which actually one of their producers gave me a free CD since we've recorded a video with them. And then if we move on, we have over here Yanakoto as well. And we have Empire, which I also took a picture with. And then over here, the now broken up Yuijin. And for the checkies, I got a picture with this member from BIS, who is Aya Ito Prince. And also, I have this for memory. It's from the Baby Metal concert. They gave a free CD. And while I was in Japan, I actually got a signed copy of Nanomoro's CD, which is pretty cool. They're a super cool duo. I recommend checking them out. And I can't believe I almost forgot these. So I have these 2 from Nick, which he gave me. It's 2 of his CDs that he's done. He has a new band, so I might be able to get one of those. And we have this CD right here, which is actually from the instructor that I had during my idol time, which you guys can check out the video on our channel where I try to become an idol, learn how to sing and dance, and even perform in front of people. And we have this one, which is a CD from one of my buddies in Japan, the same person who gave me the stuff in the pouch of his own CD. So go ahead and check him out. I'll probably link it down below. So just going over some of the photo inspiration, like we open it up, we have this one. Nice little simple posing, maybe some hair arrangement that I could tell someone in the future to do. Really, a lot of these are either like hair, the model, or the actual photo. This one, for example, would be like the scenario, the angle, and the pose, as well as the wardrobe. If we keep on moving forward, we have this one, which is bent, which is like the pose itself, and the black whiteness of it, and also like I think it's medium format or tilt shift, so it's a little bit different. Over here we have the pure whites, kind of like high key-esque, without it being completely high key, which I liked about it. Moving forward, This is like about the dress and also the colors along with it. Over here, the use of the color gel. So as you can see, it's a lot of different photo inspiration that I like to use, either for the outfits, the makeup, hair, posing, the photo, the concept, the lighting, all these different things, which really helps me out when I want to like give direction or want to get someone on the same side as me. Well, then something else I found in there real quick. This is from that Idol Academy video. If you guys never seen it, How to Become an Idol, where I actually rehearsed singing and dancing for a bit and actually performed in front of people. So if you haven't watched that video, check it out. I hold this for memories, just to remember. This is from a Keri Pami Pami concerts that I went to with Boy. I don't know if Jimmy was there. He might have just been Boy. Alright, thank you guys for watching. That was my room tour. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment down below. I know there's a lot of stuff like in cabinets and in the closet that I didn't show, but really that's just stuff that I use one time, then I don't really use again, but I keep it just in case, which is kind of bad. Give me any suggestions to help me out with cleaning my room or organizing it maybe. That could be useful because I'm not that good at organizing, as you guys can see. Like right now it's pretty clean, but I still think it's like a mess kind of, especially where stuff is just kind of like, alright, all this kind of stuff is here, all this kind of stuff is here. But I'm looking forward to see how everyone else has their room and just seeing exactly how their setup is, because as you can see, this is like exactly what I see every single day. But that does it all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.